Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Thank you all again for being patient with me. It took me a couple of days to watch all the episodes, but I'm caught up with all three shows and we're here to talk about it. I think I kind of like this going forward weekend in reality where I can just get all three shows in one live and knock it out the park. I feel like it helps me stick to the important parts of the show, and I don't have to do three different videos. Unless you like three different videos. I don't know, but I kind of like the title Weekend in Reality, and we talk about all the shows. Up first, as you can see, it's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get into it. Oh, quick announcement. Tomorrow night, me and Ebby are starting back our Wednesday night lives. We have watched two Netflix shows. One is called Later Daters, and one is called Love Never Lies South Africa. Join us tomorrow night. Let me tell you, Later Daters is a cute show. If you're looking for something to quickly binge watch on Netflix and you like love-based finding reality shows, Later Daters is cute. You're going to root for the older people to find love, but Love Never Lies South Africa is messy. It's full of drama. I told Ebby it's the in between the washer and dryer hour. You know, Ebby love to put somebody in between that washer and dryer. It's messy, so please join us tomorrow night to discuss the shows. But let's get into the mess of Love and Marriage Huntsville. The show opens up with Destiny and some other gentleman with Martell moving into her storage locker, which is going to be her workspace. I'm not mad at it. I don't care. I'm not going to shade Destiny. The only thing that I have a pause, Destiny, is the name of your fragrances, Big D Energy. I don't care how much you want to say it's the Big Destiny energy, it's the Big Dog energy. We all know what Big D Energy is. And when I think of Big D Energy, the last thing I want is for my house to smell like it. I don't want my house to smell like Big D Energy. So I would just change the name. I suggested just sticking with Madani. That's the brand we already know that is yours. I think Madani is a beautiful name for a candle and scent, like body scent line. Stick with what you got. I don't think Big D Energy is going to work for you. It sounds like a novelty gift that people would kind of buy like a gag gift, but it's not something people are going to come back and repeatedly purchase. Just my opinion. I ain't no marketer or no brander, so whatever. Moving along, we get to Melody being messy with Kimmy. Melody invited Kimmy over for a workout. Shout out to the trainer. I really enjoyed the trainer. I thought she did some really good exercises for them. Melody masked the invitation and, girl, I know you've been focused on your health and this, and I've been worried about you, so I just want you to come over, work out with me, and let me check on you. But it really was, let me see if I can get some tea about your husband and his DUI. That was her true intentions for inviting Kimmy over there. Kimmy did what all of the reality stars do when they have a legal case. They ain't talking about it. They ain't got no comment. I mean, Melody, how many comments do you have about all of your open legal cases you got with your ex-husband? I ain't heard a comment. So I don't expect what you expected Kimmy to say. I enjoyed Kimmy saying public knowledge is public knowledge. What the newspaper say, roll with it. I don't care, but I ain't giving you nothing. And that was pretty much the scene. It seemed like Melody got mad and blocked Kimmy afterwards. But anyway, after that, let's jump into Marcel disrespecting his wife. Marceau was on my list of reality stars that I just don't like. I've been saying this since season 1. Ain't nothing changed. He just has a personality that I can't rock with, and that's fine. Everyone is different. But it's just so hard because I want to like Tisha because I think she's a smart, kind woman. I don't get it. I don't get it, but it ain't for me to get. Tisha just came to the first off, how do you all feel about people building these little mini mansions or these modern homes right in the middle? I don't want to say the hood, but you know, of old school homes. Like if I'm a home buyer and I see this beautiful modern 2-story house, and you asking me to pay, the going rate now is $400,000 to $500,000, but you want me to come sit my beautiful big $500,000 house in a neighborhood full of houses that maybe cost 85 to 90K. And the curb appeal isn't there. Like if you aren't building a whole community of $500,000 homes, I just don't see the appeal of somebody who wants to spend $500,000 on a house, but everybody else's house look like 100K on sale. You know, I don't know, but you know, I ain't no home builder either. But the house that they were building did look like it was going to be a beautiful house. Tisha had the idea of, hey, we're going to be doing construction in the area. We don't want to bother the neighbors. How about we send a nice little marketing letter saying, hey, we're doing construction, blah, 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 whatever Tisha was saying in her letter. I ain't see no problem with it, but I'm also, I hate to agree with Marcel. I'm also with Marcel, like, it ain't like if them people come back and say, hey, we don't want you building in our neighborhood. You making too much noise in the morning. It's nails on the ground. Because I remember when they were doing some building in my neighborhood, they put up 2 new houses and it was nail. I think I ran over 2 nails where I had to get 2 new tires within that year they were building them houses because it's nails and material all in the street. Them people don't want you over there anyway, but you're not leaving. So who cares? Like, I probably wouldn't even have read the shit I ain't supposed to be cursing. I probably wouldn't have not even read the letter. You could save your money on that paper and them stamps. Build your house and move on. We don't care. We don't care. And it's just the way that Marcel talks to Tisha. He talks very condescending to her. And she just takes it. I be feeling bad for you, Tisha, but then I don't. Tisha also brings up the DUI. You talk to your brother, you gonna say something to him, and Marcel was like, he grown. Ain't nothing I can say to him to make him change his ways. He either gonna change or he ain't. I don't understand why she's so concerned if Marcel talked to Maurice or not. Weren't they partying that night at Black? Didn't he get out of jail and go straight to Black and party some more? He talked to his brother, I'm sure. Anyway, I don't care. I don't care. Let's move on. What happened next? I don't forgot. Can we get to the meat and potatoes of it all? Because I feel like the rest, I kind of want to get to Belle Collective and Potomac. Belle Collective was really good this week. Potomac was in. But anyway, the last part of Love and Marriage Huntsville that I recall is Destiny's Field Day. Damn it, I hate to have to be agreeing with Marceau all the damn time. Irks my spirit. But I don't want to be out in the middle of the field playing musical chairs neither. It's hot. We are not 5 years old. This is not appealing to me. Nothing about this sounds fun. I don't care if we were inside an air-conditioned gym. That ain't a good time for me. Y'all could walk around in a musical chair all y'all want to. I don't want to play dodgeball. I don't want to play tug of war. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do any of that. That's just not a good time for me. But have fun. Have fun. Maurice and Kimmy seem to have won all the games. But let's get to the Hey Cajun. The main part of this meetup is one, Neil, your son is cute. Now I've been hearing the tea that he done got remarried and got a newborn baby. So what is Destiny really doing with him? I don't know. That ain't none of my business. I just heard that on the Instagram and YouTube streets. But your son is very handsome. I see the appeal, Destiny. I see the appeal. But this is really just a moment for Marsau and Martell to confront each other about some ish that happened last season that I'm highly confused about. So Destiny opens up the question and answers part of the segment with Martell, who in this group has hurt your feelings the most? Outside of the one person whose name you can't say that's not present, but who else? Because they were talking about Melody. Martell is like, well, Marsau, you did this interview and you ain't really know what you was talking about. So Martell said he was not convicted, but the newspaper said he was convicted. But in his mind, he wasn't convicted. That wasn't a real conviction. It was not Revenge P. Yeah, he sent a picture, but they class, I guess they lessened the charge. I don't know. But what I don't understand is Marsau. Just last season, it was free Martell. I don't appreciate no black woman trying to put no black man in jail. I don't appreciate you getting him arrested with the kids in the car. I don't like how Melody did that. I don't. And then this season, it's you cross the line. I don't do revenge porn or revenge P. I think that's how you say it on the YouTube. I don't do revenge P. So that's it. I ain't got no respect for Martell, and I'm done with his ass. And I'm like, did social media get you together? Because we was fighting this fight for Melody all last season. I was on Melody's side. Martell even admitted to sending the picture, talking about, well, let Melody send you the picture. You know, let her show you the picture. Well, I gotta show. Like, he admitted to all of this shit last season, but now this season, I ain't do it. It wasn't no picture. It wasn't this. And Marsau, I don't want nothing else to do with you. That's the line. You did all that other shit to Melody. I mean, you have harassed, you have made that woman's life a living hell for the past 3 to 4 years. But this is the line. I don't want to have nothing else. Didn't they even fight in the street? We was even fighting in the street over Mama Wanda, but this is the line. I was like, all right, Marsau, if that's your line, that's your line. And then Martell was like, well, I'm about to put your business in the street. I'm about to run down all your side pieces since you want to talk about my side pieces. And Marsau was like, running. He was like, I bet you 50K I could prove it. Marsau said, show me the 50K. I said, show me the $50. I didn't think that man had $50 more than less he had no 50K. Quiet as it kept, I don't even think Marsau got the 50K neither, but that ain't none of my business. Marsau they probably got a good 50K in their savings account. I'm sure. Maybe in the college funds. I don't know. But who cares? Martell does need to get his shit together. Martell does all this rah-rah. I'm going to the car. I'm about to expose it. Everybody about to get on black. He did all this talking, and I'm like, where the pictures? Where the text messages? What are we exposing here? Show it. Now, I did notice when Martell went to that car, everybody in that group got hushed. But, you know, Marsau was still talking his shit. Everybody else was like, I don't want him to pull out nothing on me. Keep going, Marsau. Just Martell don't pull none of this shit out on me. I think they all got dirt on each other. I think all of them are cheaters. I think all of the women are Tishas. I think all of them let their man cheat in peace. And can we let it go? Can we talk about something else? I really think Love and Marriage Huntsville is at that season 9 itch. And it really was at the itch, maybe season 6, where they have nothing else to talk about. Most of these people are now reality stars, like it or not. They've been on TV long enough where people like them. They have fans. And they feel like they no longer have to perform for their check. I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville is like a lot of these other reality shows that's on my nerve, where they bring in friends of, hangers on, people who just want a little bit of clout of the show, and have those people, i.e. Trish and Kenny and Marquez, Sonny, Moses, and Destiny. They have all the friends of put all their business in the street. And the main cast, we just sit around circles and talk about their bullshit, but we don't talk about none of ours. Because I ain't learned nothing about Destiny. I mean, Mel, Martell, any other Scots. That's all I got for Love and Marriage Huntsville this week. Let's get into some show. I really want to get into Belle Collective. Let's get into Belle Collective. I was ready this week to really have fun, to kind of shade a few people, but I think this episode of Belle Collective was one of the realest episodes that they have ever put out. I highly enjoyed it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Even though a lot of the subject matter was dark, I highly enjoyed it because it was real, and I felt it. Like, I was damn near in tears. Let's get the bullshit out the way first, and then we're gonna get into the real shit. However it happened, Tisha convinced Marie to stay and listen to what everybody had to say in this sister circle. Because if Marie would have hauled off and slapped the shit out of Treese, you was popping them gums. You was talking mad shit. And entertain me. It's a TV show. You could do it. But Treese was pushing all of Marie's buttons, and you knew you were doing it. And you brought Dr. Antoinette with you. Some kind of way, Tisha invited everybody to New Orleans. She was going to invite Dr. Antoinette, but then Dr. Antoinette started the shit. The reason the bells don't work is because Tisha ain't shit. The whole show is just about her husband cheating, and don't nobody care about her husband cheating. We don't, but that's not the whole show. And Tisha got upset. They got in each other's face. Antoinette looked like she wanted to slap the shit out of Tisha. Now, let me say this. Put my 2 cents on the record. 4 years ago, or was it however many, 4 to 5 years ago, a woman made a comment that she felt like you was flirting with her cheating ass husband. And you were adamant that you weren't. That don't nobody want, what's Tisha's husband name? Glenn. Is it Glenn? Y'all know I will mix their names up. Don't nobody want Glenn. You was at it. Don't nobody want him. His ass cheating. You on TV doing paternity tests, all this. I don't understand why Dr. Antoinette was so rah-rah. Why she wanted to get all in Tisha's face. Your husband be cheating on you, and you ain't got nothing else to talk about, and you try like... Was you really flirting with him? Because I don't understand. Did she really catch you up in the truth? Did she call out some true tea? Because I don't understand where all the anger came from, Antoinette. Like, I wouldn't even care. Somebody told me I was flirting with Glenn. I'd be like, I was, because I would have just been joking. Like, because I ain't trying to fight the wife for what? At 4 years ago? And then your very first scene back this season, you're in your doctor's office. Congratulations. It looks like a beautiful office. Talking about, I lose money when I have to sit with them. Kind of like you sitting in your high chair. I'm better than everybody. I'm a doctor. I ain't got time for this mess. I got teeth to clean, root canals to dig out, caps to pop in, cavities to fill. I got stuff to do. I ain't got time to be in this collective. But it seemed like you had time to act the ass to try to get back on the show and try to make some good TV. And it kind of went womp womp because so much other stuff happened this episode that I almost forgot that Antoinette was up here acting the ass, embarrassing her doctor stuff. Like, I want my dentist fighting the brunch master over her cheating ass husband. I don't think I want that dentist. But I don't know. Antoinette really ain't got nothing else to come back and talk to me about. But anyway, Let's dig into the meat and potatoes. Up next, the gentlemen meet up at JJ's barbershop. It's not his barbershop, but it's the barbershop he goes to. And I was cracking up with Willie. Did Willie come in and he said, "This the man who put all these barrettes in your hair?" I was cracking up. But you know, they were in the barbershop doing what men do. I ain't never seen no barbershop with a pool table though. Hey, but they was doing what men do, just popping off at the mouth and having a good time drinking, playing pool. Out of nowhere, I didn't even know when when JJ and Willie said, "Come join our podcast." I thought they was bullshitting. I never knew that JJ and Willie really had a podcast. We're going to get to the podcast later, but I thought they was bullshitting. Whatever. Tree's husband, is that Glenn? Whoever Tree's husband is, was in his feelings and called Willie a bell. Willie then proceeded to read Tree's husband. He said, "You look like the pack of baloney. You the only one that got pink on. You the only one in here look like a school teacher." What else he said? "You the only one in here look like the lunch lady." You like Willie read the shit out of Tree's husband to the point him and Glenn had to leave. Glenn and Cliff had to walk out the barbershop. He done hurt Cliff and Glenn's feelings, and he was really only reading Tree's husband. I was cracking up. I said, yes, this is the first time I really seen Akeisha's husband in action, because I always got the feeling that Willie never really wanted to be on this show. He's just a football player that want to rest his knees in his mansion in New Jersey. He ain't got time for this shit down here in the country. This is the first time I really got to see his personality. And Akeisha, let me tell you something. Do more shit with your husband. Showcase, like, I now see why Willie and JJ get along. They both have that silly, just authentically funny personality. Like, I really liked seeing Willie's personality. Okay, after that, what happened next? Next, let's get to Marie. If I'm going out of order, if I forgot something, forgive my mind. I don't take notes. This where the shit I start crying. This is why I don't pray nothing bad to happen for anybody, but this is why I like Marie. Because no matter what kind of BS go on in Marie's life, she talking about it on this show. She's putting her real on this show. I like that about Marie. Say whatever else, Marie, you do be starting some shit, but I do like that Marie showcases her real life on this show. Now Marie got up here to crying and talking to Treese and or Tisha, and damn it, I wish we ain't have to learn the husband's names too. Damn, Glenn got to talking to them crying. I'm like, girl, what's going on with Marie? She told somebody tried to kill her. And the first thing I'm like, Marie, ain't nobody trying to kill your ass. What the hell going on? Then they showed the video. I said, oh, wait a minute. That's some scary shit. That's some scary shit. Especially they say Marie live in a nice neighborhood. I'm sorry for making fun of your house in the past, Marie. I did make a little bit of fun because it wasn't as big as Treese's. But I ain't know she lived in no gated neighborhood. They said Marie got money for real. I'm going to quit making fun of her ass. I'm going to stop. Because I don't know these people. But I had a tear in my eye. Like, seriously, this whole episode, I was in my feelings, like, at this point on. Because I was just like, damn, I mean, like, hate, love to hate, whatever kind of feelings you have for a person, you see some shit like that on TV, that kind of messed me up, because that's some scary shit. Like, thank God none of her babies, her mama, none of them were in that house. I just can't imagine, like, not having nowhere to go, because I think that they can have a house. I'm not going back to that house. I can't live back in that house. I would never. I pray for you, Marie. I pray for you. I pray you find a new place to live. I pray I wouldn't tell a soul where I live. And I'm kicking all them grown ass kids got to get their own apartment. I'm sorry. I'm not saying who fault it was. We don't, to me, I ain't no police neither. If you live in a gated community, this ain't no random gang violence. They not jumping into gated communities doing this kind of stuff. Because sometimes I ain't about to talk about that. Ain't no YouTube conversation. But it just didn't seem like random violence. It seemed like somebody had the intentions to be there and do whatever needs to be done. For me, all the grown young adult children, go ahead and get you a little apartment. I throw y'all $1,000 a month on y'all rent to help y'all out. But y'all gotta go, mama. Let me go ahead and set you up on a little studio apartment, whatever. All the grown people who might have brought that bullshit to my house, they have to go. Just me, my minor daughter, and my baby that lost his mother, my grandbaby. Them the only people coming with me to my new spot. But anyway, let's get off of Marie, because that shit had messed me up watching that. Then we get to So Gucci. So Gucci and Cliff are talking, not Cliff, damn it, what's So Gucci husband name? JJ. Pretty much they talk about making up with Selena, and JJ ain't trying to hear it, but I don't know if Carlos said y'all better make up or you getting fired. I don't know, because I ain't never seen So Gucci want to be the bigger person and make up with Selena out of nowhere when she the one who pressed the charges to get her 500 feet away anyway. But they talking about this at the end of the day. She ends up talking about her daughter D and her attempt to unalive herself. And you thought Maurice tore me up. So Gucci tore me up. Because I'm thinking, okay, we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it with shading Selena. And we don't want to fuck with Selena. To this, I was tore up because I just been that age before. I've been there before. My heart goes out to her, and I just really pray for her, because then she was saying, mama, the counseling don't work. I just hope she found something that works for her. Based on the TV, she seems to be in a better place, but I don't know these people for real. I just really, my heart went out to the daughter. If you really, some of y'all in y'all 20s, some of y'all have been in y'all 20s. That shit, I felt that shit. Then I'm assuming that was dark. They jumped to the podcast, or maybe I'm going out of order. We get to the podcast and I fell in love with it. Like, I even like Aikisha at the podcast. Like, Aikisha, I don't know, I know your husband don't like it down there in that country ass town, but you need him to film with you more. Like, Aikisha's personality was bigger and brighter to me when she was bantering with Willie, JJ, and So Gucci. Like, I even like the four of them together, I could watch them. I was like, I'd rather see Selena than So Gucci. But the four of them together, not discussing Selena at the moment. I fell in love with that podcast. Now, if it's on YouTube, I'll subscribe. But if I got to go somewhere else outside of the YouTube world to find y'all podcasts, I'm just be honest, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna look y'all up. I'm lying, because if I cared that much, I would have wrote it down. I don't even remember the name of the podcast. If y'all know the name of the podcast, put it in the chat, put it in the comment section, and I might look it up on the YouTube. But other than that, I done lied 2 times. But I did enjoy it. After the podcast is over, first, Aikisha, you better do something with your husband, because I didn't know he had this good personality as well. You got an ex-NFLer who has parlayed it he been in there 11 years, so he got a retirement check too. He parlayed all of that football experience into an analyst, commentator, one of the people on the football channel positions. Then he has a great personality, the money, the fame, and you don't want to screw him, and you don't put him on national TV. Girl, screw your husband. It's too. Back in our day, we called them groupies. It's too many groupies. Screw your man, because that's all they was on the podcast complaining about anyway. But anyway, we ain't got to talk too much on it. If Selena show up to New Orleans, they leaving. Whatever. We already seen the preview. Whatever. Let's get back into the baby's birthday party, because I think it's two more scenes. Two more scenes I want to talk about. We're back at the baby's birthday party. Star shows up with her baby boy. So it's clear that the children don't have an issue. And I really don't think, I don't want to get into the Selena, JJ's, the kid. Let's talk about what I want to talk about. For the most part, at this party, everyone came to support. Oh, I forgot to mention Tambra and Marie worked it out, scene number 1 at the beginning of the episode. I don't know what was said. They said a lot was said off camera, but they worked it out to where they cool again. And Tambra is even going to unblock Tisha. I wouldn't unblock Tisha. You ain't had no conversation with her. Anyway, D is called to the group because Gucci is telling her daughter's story again. And the ladies are like, even the ladies felt like how I felt on TV. We over here at this 2-year-old birthday party. We having a good time. And then, damn, some real shit. Like, we was just trying to have some surface level fun. Then real shit hit the table. Marie. When I tell you in this scene, I love Marie so much. I now see, like, because Marie, you do be starting shit. You do be starting shit sometime, Marie, and you can be petty yourself, where in some cases I have to kind of read you a little bit and not be on your side. But this Marie, in this scene, I now see why she got all her degrees, all her clinics, the way, just her tone, Marie's tone in talking to D felt like a hug. Just, hear me out. Just the way her tone was in, girl, get my phone number. I understand you might not want to talk to your mama, but talk to me. Like, she said a lot more than that, but I ain't took no notes. But I remember how Marie talked to that lady. Because like I said, it might have been 2 decades ago, but I've been in that point of life at a point in my life as well. So I understood how D felt. And I understand how it feels for someone to talk to you in a certain tone where just what Marie said in that moment, I'm talking about in my moment in time, was the catalyst for me to change, was the catalyst for me to get the help that I needed to come out of that dark space. And I get to get emotional, but I just felt that all over again when Marie was talking to that lady. And I felt like I would like to see more of this Marie, more of, I'm not saying she's an uncaring person, because really, if you look at Marie's life, she take care of her whole damn family. She take care of all them damn kids, grown, still supporting them when they ain't even getting their shit together. She taking care of all them damn grandkids. She's employing 85% of her family is on her payroll. Like, Marie is a kind-hearted person. I just wish she wasn't a little bit messy sometimes. But when I tell you, I just fell in love with Marie in that scene. I fell in love with how all of those, even though they're all my age range, those elders, because they're older than that 20-something-year-old, those elders, aunties, whatever you want to call them, wrap their arms around Gucci's daughter, and kind of just that moment, that scene meant a lot to me. So I was happy I got to see that. The last moment, we went right back to the bullshit. We gonna end it with the bullshit. You gotta end it with the bullshit. You can't have no good moment, and it's Bell Collective. Glenn is talking to Cliff, or the other way around, whoever husband is whoever's. And he's so cowardly. He's kind of like, I want to start this business, but I'm scared to talk to my wife, so you go over there and talk to her about it. This has to be scripted. This has to be scripted. Like, this man is really on that tugboat. I'm telling y'all. As soon as the cameras went off, he went back to tugging that boat, because it doesn't sound real to me that you've been married to this lady for all these years, and you did all this cheating, all this creeping, all these paternity tests, but you can tell her all that, but you can't tell her you want to drive a box car or whatever it's called and quit your tugboating job. I can't believe that's what you scared to tell Tisha, but you tell her everything else. Anyway, Cliff, Tree's husband, proceeds to go to Teresa's empty office. I ain't have to say all that. And to tell her that her husband has really quit his job. Like, it's serious. He done quit, and he done bought the box car. He don't want to tug the boat no more. I don't understand. Nah, I ain't in the trucking business neither. Y'all know I work with my debits and credits, and I stick to that. But don't people who drive them box cars for Amazon and stuff be on the road 2-3 weeks at a time too? So you just want to be on the road and not the boat. It don't sound like you want to be at home. But shit, I don't know nothing about trucking. He could be going on short routes. Who knows? But anyway, that was the episode. Trees is checking Glenn, or telling everything to Glenn, like, we need insurance. I just had this. And he was making good money tugging that boat. Girl, I guess he said Carlos paying you good money so he could quit. I don't know. That ain't none of my business. But let's jump into Potomac so I can get off of here. And which Potomac one I like? That's too much Karen. But now that's too much Ashley. I'd rather look at Karen. Anyway. Forgive me, y'all. My little bit of happy treats are starting to kick in. Potomac. I really ain't got too much to say because this whole episode irked my spirit. It was a little bit of reality moment in there for me, but then the rest of it was like, whatever. So Mia opens up the episode still talking about her fathers of her children. I don't care. We all know Mia is a stunt queen. She just pulling stunts for Bravo checks. And Giselle is, hell, they could be on this shit together. Giselle is just using the stunts as a storyline. She just calling it out. I don't know. I'm over Mia and the fathers of her children. Like, we knew what you meant, girl, when you said the fathers of your children get along. We knew you was talking about Ink and Gordon. We forgot all about that oldest one because his daddy got some sense. If you notice, Mia's first season, that oldest boy was in the same bedroom playing the same video games as the other two kids. After Mia got to bragging about busting her vagina open in Miami and having threesomes hours before her wedding, like, you know, stripping for steaks and lobsters, you know, that all that BS Mia was talking her first season, that oldest boy has not been seen. That oldest boy daddy said, not my son. He's not going to be embarrassed on Bravo. Embarrassed Gordon's kids, but not mine. So obviously the oldest father has some common damn sense. But anyway, I don't care about Mia's lies. A moment of Potomac that touched my heartstrings was Wendy having this private conversation with Eddie's sisters and introducing her children to them, and then they got to, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. It's something about 46. I turned 46 and a lot of shit really started changing. I am the most unemotional person in the world, but I could be watching TV and I'd be like, And it be TV, real life shit. I be looking at people like they crazy. But on TV, I be tearing up. I don't know. But I enjoyed that moment of them kind of saying, damn, we wasted time. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do some more stuff together. Let's get the parents together. Like, I really enjoyed that moment with Mia looking at the chat with Wendy and Eddie sisters. It was a little emotional that like them kids was like, that's my auntie. Okay. It's sad. Like, it's sad because when I think of my niece and nephew, they already live in Chicago, and I live in Memphis, and I cherish every second. Like, I'm so happy that they're older now, because my sister was one of them helicopter moms. I hope she don't see this. She was one of them helicopter moms for a moment where, like, if she wasn't there, her babies wasn't gonna be there, and I understand it. We were just two different type of moms, because I love me a good babysitter. I was a lot younger mom as well, though. But anyway, now that my niece and nephew are older and she be shipping them off to my house, and I just cherish every moment that I have with them, because they only little for so long. And so for them to just now meet them, that was a little bit emotional for me. But anyway, Mia's children will resent her one day. This is so sad. Probably today. Them kids ain't babies. That one whose paternity that they're playing with is very understanding. He's old enough to understand. It's only a matter of time before their classmates see this. They seeing it now. Trust me. They're seeing it now. Because some people kids is too grown, but that ain't none of my business either. I'm so happy I have a young adult. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, so let's move over. I guess we got to talk about these people's prenups and mediations. I don't care. The one part that hit me, and then I really got hit because I started hearing a commentary about it, is when, Stacey came back to the ladies and was like, damn, I should have took y'all advice. There were a lot of accounts I didn't know about. He had shit in my name that I ain't know about. And I was like, how he get some shit in your name? Did he forge it? Because you have to sign. That sounds like some illegal shit if you're trying to say he has some stuff in your name. Look at Destiny over there on the Love and the Marriage and the Huntsville. She put some light bills in her ex-husband's name, and she had to go sit in the jail for a couple of hours for it. So, I mean, what you mean he put some stuff in your name that you ain't know about? I'm just saying. But then Wendy pipes up and says, yeah, Eddie pay all the bills. I don't know nothing about him. And I don't even know what the electric company name is. And I said, shit. I don't need that. No, like the way stuff, a little bit of my business, set up over here is we do go half on the mortgage, but all the utilities and other bills, I'm not responsible for, and I don't be wanting to ask about them because I don't want to put nothing on it. So I'll be like, he paid it, I ain't got you. So when people were starting to say, Wendy a damn fool, she needs to at least know, I said, well, damn, I guess I do at least need to know. Like, I don't know the name of the utility company out here. I don't know the name of the water or the gas company either. Like, I couldn't tell you the name. The bills be sitting over there next to the refrigerator, but I couldn't tell you the name. So I think I'm going to start looking at them. I'm not going to look too hard because I don't want nobody to think I want to pay one, but I am going to start glancing. Make sure ain't no late fees or nothing. Whatever. But anyway, it seemed like none of the ladies on the show knew how to pay bills but Gizelle. Gizelle be on her debits and her credits if she ain't on nothing else. And we're going to leave. I ain't going to shade Gizelle. I forgot to say Gizelle had a touching moment with her daughter damn it, which one is that? Grace, because the twins are Angel and Adore. And you know, Grace kind of talks about her first year in college and what Giselle was going to do as an empty nester, and Angel and Adore are going to two separate colleges. Are they going to make it? And I forget which one, but they said one of them going to have a breakdown. When I tell y'all, my very first true freshman year of college, I was at a PWI, Southern University of Illinois in Carbondale, SIUC. And my parents dropped me off. This is the town I'm from is a mixed town. It's a cultured town. It wasn't like I never was around Black or white people before, but I had never lived with a white person before. And they dropped me off in this room. It was my first time having a white roommate, and it was a culture shock because we didn't like the same of anything. She had a boyfriend at the time, and that shit back on a different world and stuff where they put the sock on her door. We had that same method, and she always had that fucking sock on her door, and we stayed fighting. Like, it was an awful experience. And I remember, like, after 2 weeks at that school, I broke down. And I was calling my mom, and I was like, "Ma, I can't do this. I don't like it here. I don't like it being alone. I like being in the house with y'all. I want to come home. Come and get me." And my mama, she told me years later that, you know, she was trying to calm me down and be understanding and work it out. She told me years later, she was like, "I was praying your ass stayed at school. I was praying your ass stayed down there." And I did end up staying at school because later, one of my high school friends, we end up transferring into the same room. So I didn't have the white girl roommate no more. And we ended up having a good time, but neither one of us went back to SIU our second year in college. But okay, enough about that. Good luck, Grace and Adore. I hope one of y'all don't have a meltdown, but even if you do, stick it out, stick it through, and stay at that school. It'll be all right. Anyway, what else happened this episode? We talked about Jacqueline going off script because Jacqueline was trying to say something, and Mia was like, "You never have my back anymore." But let's read Mia for a second. We're going to do it a couple of times, but this is the first. Mia is taking Jacqueline shopping. She says Jacqueline has no fashion style. She grew up on a farm, on a dirt road. They didn't wear shoes. She didn't wear socks. They was around cows, horses, and pigs. It stank. And Jacqueline's ain't shit. And then I got on Twitter and proceeded to tweet, "But didn't her family take you in? No matter how low down and gutter or country you thought Jacqueline's family was, didn't they take you in? So where was you at? If they was living in squalor like that, but they still had to take you in." I can't stand Mia. And then Jacqueline, you just a fool because every outfit she put you on looked very clownish. Like, I ain't had time because Karen, it's a confessional. I'm happy I can see you, Karen. Karen, it's a confessional look you have on, green with some pink flowers on it. Throw that in the trash immediately and burn it. Like, don't let nobody else even wear that. Don't give it to the Goodwill, the Poshmark, none of that. Burn it, Karen. That dress was so ugly. And then it was a hump in your wig. I just was so embarrassed. I said, not the Grand Dame. But everybody have a little fashion miss every once in a while. But back to the episode. What else happened before we talk about Ashley going down this wall and we can get the episode over with? Nothing. Let's go ahead and get to it because I'm kind of Ashley is at a charity event where I think it's for homeless people. And you know, she had to, don't say it, Angie, because y'all got at me in the comments when I said it the last time. I ain't gonna say it. But she got to climb down the wall. For the life of me, I don't know why. I wouldn't do it. I'm with Karen. Let me just cut you a little piece of check, but I'm not climbing down the wall. But Ashley had to do something for the gram, for the Bravo. The kids got to participate. Great. The meat and potatoes of this episode. Mia has to confront Giselle. Mia says, "I don't appreciate you getting into my business about what's going on in my house and you don't know nothing about it. And then she brought Gizelle's daughters in it. First, Mia, nobody would be in your business if you would keep it to yourself. We ain't ask you for ink. We don't care what's going on with Gordon. If you're not bringing it to the forefront, no one would have anything to talk about. What they're tired of is your lies. They're tired of you coming around for a woo, woo, woo. Gordon is crazy. Gordon is doing this. I can't handle him. Ink is about to leave me. Ink is about to fall back. Woo, woo, woo. Come rub my back. And then we go to Instagram that night and y'all having a pool party. They're tired of the lies. But then she goes to say, you try to act like your daughters are so good, but didn't you catch them sneaking boys in the house in DR? And Gizelle was like, that ain't happening. What you mean, the DR? And then she's like, yeah, you said you caught him on the ring cam. And she's like, oh, yeah, I told you that. But what that got to do with the issue at hand? I don't like how Gizelle let Mia off too easy. I also proceeded to tweet, Mia should have been checked immediately. I also said, this show is a damn bad time for Gizelle's pit bull to be fired. Because I'm telling you, if Robin was there, Robin probably would have slapped Mia for Gizelle. Gizelle definitely would have had more bark back. She would have definitely had more mouth. But I think we've been seeing Gizelle apologize and do all kind of weird shit this season because her pit bull is missing. And she know if she pushed too hard, they might come across her head. But I don't appreciate, number one, is it just me and Angel in the door? Is it just me and the twins that used to try to sneak boys in the, look, my mama can tell you some stories. I ain't about to tell them myself. But everybody done tried to sneak a boy or two in the house. That's the whole point. And we ain't had no video cameras. We got no ring doorbells back in the day. Y'all want to know the stupidest time I got caught sneaking a boy in the house? One, I used to know my parents' work schedule. They used to get home late because they worked in the next town. But anyway, my mama got off work early one day, but I had invited my boyfriend over to come do whatever because they wouldn't get home till late. And we lived up north, Illinois, so it was snowing. When he rang the doorbell to the front door, I went to answer the door. My mom was pulling up in front of the house. Dummy 16-year-old me is like, instead of pushing him like, boy, you can't come over here. I can't have no company. You know, instead of not thinking smart with it, I'm like, oh, my mom ain't see him. I pulled him in the house, ran him through the house, and told him to go on out the back door, like, go on about your business. And of course, my mama saw him, and she was like, where he at? I know you got a boy in this house. I'm like, Mom, you crazy? You know, I'm like, you crazy. Ain't no boy in this house. Me being dummy, 16-year-old me, there go my mama open the back door. What's all these footprints in the snow? And I'm like, oh, I took the trash out. She was like, the trash is right there. I was caught. So that was the dumbest way I lied about sneaking a boy in the house. I wasn't thinking about it's snowing outside and it's going to be footprints and shit, but whatever. But Mia, that's trash. Just because you want to use your children as a storyline, don't mean you got to throw Gizelle's children under the bus. Even though what you revealed to me wasn't that bad, I wasn't like, ooh, Gizelle. And as a mother, I don't care what my son has done in his teenage years as a teenager. I'm never going to get on social media and tell it. I'm never going to tell it. What mother gets on social media and say, oh, so-and-so was just trying to whore some men in my house? Like, mothers aren't going to put the bad tea about their children on blast. All we posting is look at their report cards. Look at him making this touchdown, you know, because my son played a lot of sports. Look at, you know, we're bragging about our children. We're not sitting on social media telling you everything our children did wrong. You the only one doing this, Mia. And we're not all desperate for a check like you. Anyway, Giselle, you disappointed me because you talking about, I got to think about this. I got to gather myself and then I'm going to check Mia. No, she should have been instantly checked to know, kind of like how Karen told her, if you go low again, I'm going even lower. So keep trying me, bitch. We could keep going all the way to hell if you want to. You should have gathered Mia like Karen so Mia can know not to fuck with you. But I know what Giselle did. She had to go home and get on a conference call with the Pitbull and Charisse and try to come up with a scheme that Todd gonna help them set up to try to get Robin and Charisse back on the show and get Mia fired. That's what they doing. So get prepared because you know they done came up with a couple of schemes. I don't think you care about your husband, but they might come up with a scheme on Ink's ass. Get prepared. Get prepared. But anyway, I can't wait to see the rest of the season. I love the real moments of Bell Collective and the real moments of Potomac. Love and Mirrors Huntsville get better. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I like this format of doing one live and doing all 3 shows in one live, so I don't have to do separates. So this will probably be the format for next week. Look out for me next Monday for Weekend in Reality, and check out me and Ebby tomorrow night for the Netflix Love shows. And I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.